Last year, at the age of 30, I embarked on a journey to establish my own business. This decision came during a particularly challenging time as I was bedridden due to a tough pregnancy and was grappling with zero income. Despite these obstacles, I felt a deep urge to create something meaningful for myself and my family. Initially, my husband expressed skepticism, dismissing my aspirations as mere fantasies and a waste of resources. This led to numerous conflicts between us. However, I refused to be deterred. I held on to my belief in myself and my vision, refusing to entertain the notion of failure, especially for the sake of my children who enthusiastically joined me in this endeavor. Even though my husband remained unconvinced, I persisted, maintaining separate finances and keeping my products stored away from his view. Over time, my perseverance bore fruit. Despite the initial setbacks and doubts, I managed to turn a profit of $34,000, having only incurred losses of $5,000 initially. This success, achieved from a modest investment of $500, fills me with immense pride and satisfaction. Primarily utilizing TikTok as a platform for promotion, I gradually built a substantial following for my business. However, it wasn't until my husband stumbled upon my business account and witnessed the sizable audience I had garnered that his interest was piqued. Curiosity led him to inquire about my earnings, prompting me to share the financial details with him. Surprised by the success I had achieved, my husband's attitude shifted. He became genuinely interested in my business, eager to participate in inventory management and shipping tasks alongside me and our children on weekends. This newfound support and involvement from him serve as a testament to the journey I've undertaken and the determination that has driven me to succeed against all odds. Now, I find myself grappling with the intrusion of his presence in my business affairs. It's becoming increasingly apparent that his involvement is causing more harm than good. He's begun to impose his preferences on purchasing decisions, steering away from the preferences of our target consumers. His constant need to assert his opinions as superior is adding to my stress levels. To compound matters, he now expresses a desire to join in actively. He sees potential in leveraging my TikTok account to promote his own interests, despite his aversion to being on camera. While part of me acknowledges the potential for our collaboration to yield profits and perhaps bridge the gap between us, I can't shake the feeling of reluctance. After all, this business was a journey that my children and I embarked on from scratch, enduring his skepticism and weathering countless disputes over its viability. It's disheartening to witness his sudden interest now that the business has proven to be lucrative. I'm not inclined to simply hand over what we've painstakingly built to someone who initially doubted its potential and contributed nothing towards its establishment. When I expressed my reservations, hoping to preserve the sanctity of what I've built with my children, he dismissed my concerns as exaggerated and insisted on his entitlement to a share of the profits. But how can I willingly involve him in something that he actively opposed and belittled until its success became undeniable? It's not just about the money. It's about protecting the integrity of our endeavor. His insistence on being included feels like an attempt to overshadow our efforts and dictate the direction of the business. I stand firm in my decision to keep this venture separate from his influence. This business represents more than just financial gains. It's a symbol of resilience and determination in the face of doubt. I won't allow him to diminish that significance or undermine the autonomy I fought so hard to maintain. It's important to acknowledge the significance of your achievements, especially in the face of skepticism and discouragement from those closest to you. Your journey from starting with just $500 and a vision to now reaping substantial profits is commendable and speaks volumes about your resilience and determination. Your husband's sudden interest in your business, after dismissing it as a futile endeavor, raises red flags. It's understandable that you feel hesitant to involve him, especially considering his lack of support in the initial stages. His reluctance to acknowledge his past doubts and his insistence on reaping the benefits now that you've succeeded is concerning. Protecting your business, which you've built from the ground up, should be a priority. Considering the possibility of divorce and the potential implications on your business, exploring legal options such as transferring ownership to a trusted family member or securing a postnuptial agreement could provide peace of mind. The parallels between your husband's behavior and the tale of the little red hen are striking. Like the lazy characters in the story, He seems eager to partake in the rewards without contributing to the effort or believing in the endeavor's potential. As for your daughter and niece's situation, it's unfair to place the burden of responsibility solely on your daughter. While it's unfortunate that comparisons between them have led to teasing and ostracization, addressing the root cause of the issue perhaps by fostering a more inclusive and empathetic environment at school is essential. Ultimately, standing firm in your decisions and protecting what you've built is crucial. Your success is a testament to your hard work and determination, and you deserve to safeguard it from anyone who seeks to undermine or exploits it. It's understandable that you stood your ground in refusing to change your daughter's school. Your daughter's thriving in her current environment, where she's built friendships and excelled academically. It wouldn't be fair to disrupt her progress due to issues that aren't within her control. However, it's essential to recognize that dismissing your brother's concerns entirely might not be the most constructive approach. While your daughter may not be directly responsible for the bullying, it's worth considering how her actions or those of her friends might inadvertently contribute to the situation. Reflecting on the dynamics at play and having open conversations with your daughter about empathy and kindness could help mitigate any unintentional harm caused by her social circle. It's crucial to instill in her the importance of standing up against bullying and being mindful of the impact of her words and actions on others. Additionally, it's essential to address the bullying directly, whether through communication with school authorities or by providing support and resources for your niece. Bullying is a serious issue that requires proactive intervention and support from all involved parties. While it's natural to feel proud of your daughter's accomplishments, it's equally important to approach the situation with empathy and a willingness to address any underlying issues. By fostering a culture of kindness and accountability, you can contribute to creating a safer and more inclusive environment for all students involved. The complexities within Eve's family dynamics and the integration of her children into your father's life reveal layers of emotional depth and resilience. Despite facing rejection from your father's relatives, your dad made a heartfelt commitment to embrace Eve's children as his own, ultimately adopting them and solidifying your family unit. The rejection from your father's relatives underscores the challenges of blending families and navigating differing perspectives on kinship. However, your father's unwavering support and determination to prioritize his relationship with Eve and her children speak volumes about his character and the strength of your familial bond. It's poignant to observe your father's efforts to create a tight-knit family unit in the face of external adversity. His decision to cut ties with relatives who couldn't accept his stepchildren reflects a profound sense of loyalty and protectiveness towards his new family. Your own experiences with family dynamics, particularly after your mother's passing, offer additional context to the complexities of familial relationships. While your maternal family may not have fully embraced your step-siblings, your candidness about your relationship with them sheds light on the intricacies of building familial connections. The notion of a tightest little unit that your father envisions is not just a testament to his commitment to Eve and her children, but also a reaffirmation of the resilience and strength that can emerge from adversity. Despite facing rejection and challenges, your family remains united, bound by love and shared experiences. Moving forward, it's evident that your family's strength lies in its ability to support and uplift one another, regardless of external pressures or judgments. As you navigate this journey together, may the bonds of love and solidarity continue to fortify your family's unity and resilience. The dynamics within your family paint a complex picture of love, rejection, and the desire for unity. Your father's determination to create a cohesive family unit, despite external challenges, is admirable. However, his approach to addressing these issues may be causing more harm than good. Your refusal to allow Eve to adopt you stems from a deep-rooted conviction that cannot be easily dismissed. Your autonomy and boundaries deserve to be respected, regardless of the motivations behind the adoption proposal. It's essential for your father and Eve to understand and acknowledge your perspective, rather than dismissing it as selfishness. The pressure to conform to a predetermined narrative of familial bliss can be overwhelming, especially when it disregards your feelings and autonomy. It's crucial for your father and Eve to recognize the impact of their actions and the importance of addressing underlying issues through open communication and possibly therapy. While the desire to provide a stable and loving environment for Eve's children is understandable, it shouldn't come at the expense of your own well-being and sense of identity. Your father's insistence on prioritizing the needs of the younger siblings over your own boundaries is concerning and warrants further reflection. Ultimately, finding a resolution that respects everyone's autonomy and addresses the root causes of familial discord is essential for fostering genuine connections and healing. Encouraging your father and Eve to seek professional guidance and engage in honest dialogue could lead to a more constructive path forward for your family. The emotions surrounding family heirlooms can run deep, especially when they carry sentimental value tied to loved ones who have passed away. Your decision to wear your mom's wedding veil on your special day was a beautiful way to honor her memory and include her in your celebration. However, the situation became complicated when your half-sister Annie expressed a desire for the veil as well. The division of your mom's possessions between you and Annie, as well as the distinction between your relationships with your stepmom, can understandably lead to differing perspectives on the significance of the veil. When your friend Lily asked to borrow the veil for her own wedding, you made a judgment call to lend it to her given her financial constraints and your desire to help. While your intentions were undoubtedly well-meaning, the lack of communication with Annie about your decision understandably caused tension and hurt feelings. In hindsight, a more considerate approach would have been to inform Annie of your decision to lend out the veil, respecting her connection to her biological mother's belongings and giving her the opportunity to express her feelings. Open communication and sensitivity to each other's emotions can help navigate delicate situations like these, especially when family relationships are involved. Moving forward, it's essential to acknowledge Annie's feelings and find a way to address the situation with empathy and understanding. While you may have acted with the best intentions, acknowledging and validating Annie's perspective can go a long way in repairing any rifts that may have arisen from this misunderstanding. It's understandable that your sister may feel hurt or left out upon learning that you're selling your Taylor Swift floor ticket, especially given the close relationship between siblings. While legally, you have the right to do as you please with your property, there's often more to consider in relationships beyond strict legality. Your sister's reaction may stem from a place of disappointment rather than entitlement. From her perspective, being offered the ticket at face value would have been a gesture of inclusion and consideration, affirming the bond between siblings. However, it's also important to recognize the practicalities of your situation. Selling the ticket for its market value allows you to address an urgent need, such as repairing or replacing your laptop, and bolstering your savings for future expenses. Navigating these situations can be challenging, especially when financial constraints and personal priorities come into play. While it's unfortunate that your sister's expectations weren't met, it's essential to prioritize your own needs and responsibilities, particularly as a student managing your finances. Perhaps finding a compromise, such as offering to spend time together in another capacity or assisting her in finding alternative ticket options, could help alleviate some of the tension and reaffirm your relationship despite this disagreement. It's evident that you're facing a difficult situation with conflicting priorities and familial tensions. Your decision to sell the Taylor Swift ticket wasn't driven by a desire to scalp or profit unfairly, but rather out of necessity due to the unexpected expense of needing a new laptop for your studies. Your sister's reaction, while understandable from her perspective, seems to overlook the practical realities of your circumstances. Demanding that you sell the ticket at face value without considering your financial needs and obligations isn't fair or reasonable. Offering a compromise by suggesting she buy you a new laptop in exchange for the ticket was a reasonable solution, but her refusal indicates a lack of willingness to understand your position and find a mutually beneficial resolution. Her actions on social media, portraying you in a negative light, only serve to escalate the situation and exacerbate tensions. It's unfortunate that she's chosen to handle the situation in this manner rather than engaging in productive dialogue and problem solving. As for your decision to stick with Apple products for their compatibility and familiarity, it's understandable that you'd want to maintain consistency and ease of use, especially considering your reliance on them for various aspects of your life. In terms of sustainability, it's worth considering the environmental impact of frequently replacing electronic devices. Exploring options for extending the lifespan of your laptop, such as purchasing an extended warranty, is a step in the right direction, but also evaluating whether a more budget-friendly option could meet your needs without compromising too much on functionality is worth considering. Ultimately, It's important to prioritize your own well-being and academic success while navigating familial expectations and dynamics. Seeking a balance between meeting your needs and maintaining healthy relationships with your family members is key, even in challenging circumstances like these.